on the small things. Now it's gotten to a point where now it's kind of, the growth perpetuates itself, if that makes any sense. And so it's been going really, really well.
And there's a big focus on rehabilitation. And do you guys have one of the highest percentages of, you know, people getting off drugs in the country? Is that one of the...
Yes, well, yeah. The main thing is this. I would say definitely within our graduates. Because if someone's willing to go through a year-long program and at the church, they're definitely committed to Christ and they're focused. You know, and I think that aspect of church has changed my life. Seeing somebody, you know, it's like, I mean, I always say, you know, sometimes we've done a great job of making converts, but not so great of a job making disciples. And that's not a slant on anybody. I mean, I'm talking about myself, you know. But I think that was one of the most powerful things I've ever seen is when someone lives, you know, there, you know, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You know, they're living there, they're breathing, eating, sleeping, breathing Jesus. And we're not talking about people that just want to come dedicate because they're missionaries. These are people that are coming right off the street. They had, you know, a lot of them don't have any. You know, there was a young man named Jose who was he didn't speak an ounce of English. He was a Hispanic guy, and all he spoke was Spanish. Didn't speak one drop of English. He would come and sit in our chapel. He was there when I was there, and he literally couldn't even understand what the guy was saying in chapel. But he stayed put. Something in his heart told him to stay put. And by the time he graduated, by the year when he graduated, he, number one, could understand and speak English.
Wow.
And number two, he did a complete New Testament survey.
Really? Isn't that amazing?
Went all the way through Matthew all the way to Revelation, verse by verse, doing commentaries and sermons and the thing that we had to go through, and literally finished it all. And now he works for Metro Ministries and is just dominating for Jesus.
And I bet you there's hundreds and hundreds of more miracles.
Yeah.
Now, you talked before about, like, I love how your church meets the physical need and the spiritual need. You know, you're very big on both, which is wonderful. Let's talk now to those listeners, or those that are watching this on YouTube, that have that spiritual need. There might be people listening that have never given their life to God and don't know what to do. Speak to those that are listening now and coach them through how to do that.
Well, I think the key is the recognition that you can't do it on your own, and that's one of the things that we really focus on within not just in a recovery home, but every aspect of what we do is that it is God to do. You know, because I mean the very essence of salvation is that you come to the realization that you need a Savior. And that's what we instill in everyone that works here. You know, no matter where you are, where you find yourself. You know, no matter it doesn't matter if you're in where I mean, in New York, we go to the Port Authority and people are homeless and they have nothing. And then I'm meeting with people at Wall Street that have a lot. You know, but through all those, they still have that need. They have a need for Jesus Christ. It's the recognition of coming to the fact that, hey, I need a Savior. I can't do this on my own. And so we really try to focus on the fact that, you know, it's not about what you used to be. It's about what He's called you to be. And God's called us all out of different situations. No matter where you find yourself, God will call you out of your situation and into a new future. And that's what we want to focus on is people grabbing a hold of the destiny that God has for their life. And, you know, just their purpose and their plan and walking it out. And, you know, every single day, you know, one of our scriptures we had memorized was John 8:31-32. Then Jesus said to those Jews who believed in Him, if you abide in my word, you're my disciples indeed. And you shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. And I just believe that with all my heart, that if you focus on loving people and loving God and abiding in His word, then you truly will be set free from anything that's holding you back.
Well, Brad, I reckon you're a history maker, mate. It's been such a privilege to get to know you and hear about your ministry. If people want to find out more, what's the best website for them to go to? Oh, man, thank you so much. Yeah, if anybody wants to learn more about the Dream Center, they can simply just go to www.dreamcenter.org. And that's Dream Center spelt American. Yep. Yes. C-E-N-T-E-R. That's right. You guys spell it wrong, or do we spell it wrong? I don't know. We probably spell it wrong, but it's C-E-N-T-E-R. So. Okay, and they can have a look there at the LA or the New York Dream Center, find out more about what you do. And mate, I really have been blessed to get to know you. Thanks for your time. Thank you. Thank you. Historymakers.
History